DJDUBLTV.
Are you a refresher? Do you sit and refresh and check the views, or do you just...
Me?
Yeah,
I hardly watch anything I put out after it's out.
Really?
Yeah, once it's out, that's no longer mine.
Once it's out, it's theirs.
Not
It belongs
mine.
to the
It's not
streets.
mine anymore, bro. It's theirs now. What I do is I just always make sure that I've done as much as I can do.
Mm-hmm.
Once I've done as much as I can do, it's different. Like if I do as much as if I don't do as much as I can do, and then I might check it and it's not doing what I want it to do, then I can feel a certain type of way about it. But if prior to it coming out, I've made sure I've packaged it right, I've done everything that I can do.
Yeah.
Like, you can't force people to fuck with anything you do.
Nah.
So really and truly, once it's out, it's on them. It's just now for you. This is literally just getting it to them.
Yeah.
And there's only so much you can do. You can't spam. You can't. You know what I'm trying to say. So for me, once I drop it, that's it, bro. That's for the public now.
Yeah.
Bear in mind, I work in advance, so I've been rinsing it. I've seen the video.
Yeah.
I've heard the song. So this one that I've just dropped, this is 2 years old.
Right.
So,
but this is the thing. This is the mentality. Oh, we're in, by the way.
Oh, we're in.
This is it now, bro.
win.
This is the mentality that a lot of artists forget about, I think, because they'll have a song that they've been sitting on for 2 years, and they're like, it's old.
Yeah.
Bro, we haven't heard it. We're the fans.
Yeah.
You
facts.
dropped that today. That's new to us. This is a brand new Cashh song.
Yeah.
2 years old for you.
No, 100%.
But not for us,
100%.
but you've got that mentality.
No,
right?
definitely.
Not a lot of artists
I think for me as well, what it is if it's 2 years old and it's made it to be the single that I'm releasing now, then at least bare minimum I know it's got 2 years worth of legs on it. There's tunes that man made then, and it didn't make the single now.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't. Maybe it's good it never went out, because it would have been short lived. But if I can hear something and it's still fresh to me 2 years, 3, 4 years later.
I've always said you're ahead of your time as well. Always. You've always been ahead of the curve. So if you're making something 2 years ago that fits into the landscape now. I mean, actually, like, I haven't heard it yet, because obviously it dropped 5 minutes. Does it fit into the landscape now? Have you taken a different direction?
100%. It's like, it fits into the landscape, but not only does it do that, it's curated to my story.
Right.
And to my journey. So it's almost like I've been working backwards. When I first came back, the Return of the Immigrant project was finished and ready.
Right.
Before I even got on a plane, it's ready and done.
So you made it in Jamaica?
Yeah, I've made it over the past 7 years.
Right, okay.
So when I landed now, I realized, okay, cool, I got to work backwards. I can't release some of these now. I got to basically build back up to them. So we've now finally got to the bit where it's like, this song is like the perfect balance. It's called Wash Clothes.
Okay.
It's the perfect balance between dancehall music and UK rap.
That's what you've been doing.
Yeah,
though. Like
but the difference in this now is it's more cinematic. Whereas when we find that balance, it's usually like a club or a party or up tempo. This one is more storytelling. On that vibe.
I felt like Trench Baby was a little bit that, but definitely leaned more on the rap side.
But Trench Baby's more of a rap tune
with the
that can play in yard.
And,
yeah. Whereas this one, the swing of this is like you can hear a Skilly Bang or a Popcorn or any of them on there, and then I do melody stuff like they do, but then I rap on there too. So yeah.
All right, we're talking about videos. Might as well talk about the other video you dropped recently. Dog! What should we talk about first with this one? The explosion of the DMs. How wild did your DMs go?
My notifications are off. I've had to turn them off, bro. It's too much. It's too much.
Female following. You always had a female fan base anyway.
That's what that move was for. Because obviously, I've been away for time. You see what I'm trying to say? Like, I've been away for time, and like I was saying to you, this is just a matter of getting it to the people. But a smart way is getting the people to it instead of you trying to get it to the people. You understand? Like, so with Mood, all of like the early female fan base that I had, they're back.
And the other thing is they're grown as well. They're the ones that have grown with you. So they're from the early days with the sweet boy Cashh.
100%.
And now they're grown and into that. So the girl in the video, did you know her prior, or was she hired specifically for the shoot?
We met on that day.
Okay.
We met at the shoot.
Right.
Yeah, we met at the shoot. But the build up to the video was months.
Right, okay.
Yeah, it was
obviously
months.
there's the video treatments and you're discussing about how it's going to happen.
It's months. Like, follow them as well, because like she really helped put it together.
Obviously I did on the day, bro. Come
Like,
on. What was the text I sent you a text on the day.
Yeah. But it's like Unfiltered Hours is the page that she runs the stuff from, because it's as you like, if you've watched the video, you see it's not like tasteless. It's like it's very sensual. It's showing that side of stuff in a different type of way. Do you know what I mean? It's not like disrespectful, or you get what I'm trying to say. And a lot of that part was played from her part.
Right,
do you know what I mean? And also like the videographer Alex like played a major part in terms of just even the lighting. He graded it.
I was gonna say, is Alex a girl or a guy?
No, Alex is a guy. Basically, so I directed it.
You did?
Yeah, I directed it, but with Unfiltered Hours, we like, she helped me to add the female touch to it. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, I wanted it to feel like trust me, this is the PG edit. Putting it out.
You know, people like they were busting drill music on Pornhub, bro. You should check the other.
Yeah. Like, this is the PG version, because we never wanted it to be tasteless. There's loads of things that we've had to take out and shit like that. But yeah, man, Alex and Unfiltered Hours, like, follow the both of them, because trust me, they played a major. So
was it
part.
acting, or did you actually have sex?
It's whatever the people think was happening.
That's not the answer that people wanted, bro.
Well, I know it's not what they wanted, but that's my answer. That's my answer. Whatever you think it was, that's exactly where it was. You get me?
Is there any awkward bits that didn't make the final edit?
Nah, bro. The whole, I don't want to give away too much, but that shoot was just, it was hilarious. It's hilarious, cause
fun.
Like it's just like, cause like I said, it wasn't like, even though we met on the day of the shoot, this is like, what you're seeing is because there's been months of conversation and back and forth. Bro, I flew to Jamaica, and this video was on the list of videos that I should have shot in Jamaica. Right, okay. So Wash Clothes, that's just come out, I shot that in Jamaica. Yeah. And this one was supposed to be shot in Jamaica as well. The plan wasn't to do that originally, but when I've started the press run, I'm thinking, right, we're going to Jamaica. It's Jamaica. I might as well shoot it here. But people, the man, are thinking I'm mad, because I'm like, nah, but it's not gonna be the same. I know it's Jamaica and we've got but it's not like the build up. I'm not gonna get the chemistry on camera that I want to get. Yeah. Do you understand? So yeah, like literally, we met on the day, and yeah, it was like that. It worked immediately.
Has your mum seen it yet?
Do you know what? I thought she didn't, and then yesterday I'm on the phone to her. Yeah, and I was editing the trailer, the Out Now trailer for Wash Clothes, yeah, and I'm on the phone to her, and I'm like, yeah, I need to shout you back. I'm just doing an edit quickly. I'm saying I'm dropping a new video. You can watch this one tomorrow. She was like, oh, you think me not watch that? I yeah, I shot you. I've spoken to her since. Yeah. She just let me know she's watched it, but that's.
I mean, that's the thing about that video as well. Like you say, it's open to interpretation, but it's not. It's very on the edge. But it's almost like not too far. There's worse things that have happened in other rap videos, bro. Do you know what I mean? So it's like
100%.
It was artistic. It was very well done, man. Like very well done.
Thank you.
Risky as well.
Yeah. So even that, because I edited it as well. Like
you did.
Yeah, I did.
Right,
I did the edit.
Jack of all trades, man. I'm
trying. So I've edited and I've done like a first draft. Like I said to Unfiltered Hours, like I want to have the creative control to just go as far as I will go. And then obviously just having the respect to you as a woman, I'm then going to link you, and then we'll dissect it and take out anything that makes you feel uncomfortable, basically. So I went as far as I wanted to go. Do you know what I mean? And then we took some things out, and then we did a back and forth and all of that type of stuff. But yeah, like I'm happy with the results still. Like I said, I was saying to my brethren just now on the way here, like I'm saying, mood was released to make people talk, and that's what's happening. So
did the job, bro.
You get me?
In terms of like your artistry, do you consider yourself a rapper anymore?
When I'm in my rapper bag, yes. Yeah, but if you're looking at me overall, I think I dropped just the rapper thing years ago, man. Like it's been an artist thing for me, because I feel like you know like them songs that I guess even like an R&B type of tune, and then they get the rapper to do his verse. Like, I just feel like, but I could do the whole song.
Yeah.
So why would I be the one that they call to just do the verse?
Do the bars, yeah.
Like, I can do the melodies and the I could do the chorus, and then I could, you know what I'm trying to say? So I might as well be able to do that and just add value to what I can do as an artist, rather than you're only gonna shout me when you want a verse. Like, for example, I got a series of freestyles about to drop in the build up to Return of the Immigrant, and I'm in my rapper bag.
I've always told you from time, like, you're one of my favorite artists from this country.
Yeah.
Like, from this country, but you know what I mean? Like, one of my favorite UK artists. For fuck's sake. But it's one of them things where, for me, I feel like because of your versatility and because of the artist thing, you get slept on when it comes to the rapper conversation.
Yeah.
And it's like, your name should be up there when people are conversating. Who's the top 5 rappers? And Cashh should be in there standing. Especially with the length of time you've been in the game. Like, your previous catalogue prior to you being removed. Do you know what I mean? Like, all of this stuff. But for me, it's like, is it frustrating for you, or do you not really care?
It's not that I don't care. It's not the focus now.
Right.
When I'm in my rapper bag, like, for example, Return of the Immigrant, like, it's not a project of just rap music. It can't be, because I was just living in a country for 5 years that has versatile music. The music goes all around the world. Matter of fact, rap exists because of this, the main genre from this country. You know what I'm trying to say? So, like I said, I don't want to put myself in a box. However, the reason why the conversation isn't like that anymore, because it used to be, it's because of the bag that I'm in terms of the artistry side of stuff and making sure I dabble in different things. But there will be like there's projects coming out of just in the rapper bag. So again, it's not a thing that is on my mind to that degree, because why would they put me in that right now when I'm dabbling in other stuff? Everything
you've released in the last year, even down to like the Daily Duppy, for example.
All right, so the Daily Duppy now, obviously they're hearing me like. All right, so when I'm saying I had to work backwards, the Daily Duppy wasn't going to be the first thing.
Right.
You get what I'm trying to say? Yeah. So when I'm here, I'm like, the feeling that I've got is like, now you have to start from in the mud again. The first things first, you've been away for 5 years. They need to understand that you can still do what they love you to do.
But I feel like that lyrically went over some people's heads because you had the element of the melodies in there as well. For me, correct me if I'm wrong, but you returning from Jamaica, you came back with a bag of melodies. As an artist, you grew from Cashh-tastic the rapper
100%.
to Cashh the artist, and you've got that
100%.
It's almost like you went to Jamaica and upgraded, and now this upgrade has come with a whole heap of melodies and the other way of thinking about music. You're thinking about it musically rather than the rap level.
Yeah, but Jamaica did that because there's enough times I'm in yard and the biggest popping artist in the UK, wherever that song is, will not get played out here. It's not gonna work out here. And then there's other artists, and I can see what songs that will travel here, and the reason why they travel here is because melody is the visa. You understand? Like,
it's a musical place, isn't it?
Your accent can be a barrier,
right?
Because people just don't understand what you're saying. But there's a reason why there's people in China or all over the world who maybe can't speak English, but they'll sing a Bob Marley song word for word. It's because of the melody,
right? Yeah.
You understand? So for me, I have to implicate that. So even in terms of the Daily Duppy, it's along the tempo of it. It's a rap type of beat, but I still had to give them touches of what I do. Do you understand? So, but yeah, the string, like there's freestyles that's about to drop that there ain't no melodies in them.
Just straight bars. Do you think the Daily Duppy thing? Do you think because the element of the melodies were there, that some of it did go over people's heads? Because I think, from the ones I heard, yours was one of the best. Without that, you spun a lot of people on the Daily Duppy.
To be fair with you, like that's the feedback I get. To be fair, like I get that feedback. Like, yo, your Daily Duppy is definitely up there with. So I don't think it's that it was slept on because of the melody or anything like that on there. I think it was slept on because of the fact that the predominant of that audience, it's a new artist that they're seeing.
Right.
They're looking at it like, right, why is everyone chatting about this guy?
They don't know the history yet.
You understand? So, and then there's people that are seeing people chat about this guy, but they don't know who he is, so they ain't tapped in yet. You get what I'm trying to say? So it's more that rather than, because everybody that listens to it, you get what I'm trying to say? Like that Daily Duppy, we chucked it out Like there's no DSPs, no playlists, no that. There's like over 1 million streams, over millions of views, and all of that type of stuff. And that's with no push. That's just with who's seen it. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So
to be fair, half of them are probably me, you know. So like the time in Jamaica then, obviously I mentioned like we saw like the transformation as you were artist, you as an artist. Like me and you spoke quite regular when you were out there.
Yeah,
and like,
yeah.
When we would chat, you'd kind of always tell me like you were cool, like everything was all right. And that. Was that like the truth, or was it a case of like I couldn't do anything to help, so you didn't want to vent? Like how were you mentally when you were out there?
Honestly speaking, whenever you asked that, first of all, I want to take this time to big you up, bro, because honestly, fam, there's people that man done interviews with, and once the interview was done, it was done. You consistently checked, and I'm not talking about like out of industry people. I'm talking about out of people that I know in general, like including family members. You were like throughout the years, you make the list of the people that consistently checked in on me, bro. Like, you get me? So I told you from then, press run. I'll make sure I forward and sit down and make sure that we chop it up and talk, because honestly, bro, it might seem like it was nothing to you to just, but that stuff, it registered to man. You get what I'm trying to say? It registered to man, bro. Trust me, like honestly, like to be out there more time, that's all man needed. I didn't even need nothing like that. It was just like a raw, you good? Because maybe in that, every time you asked, if I said I was good, I was. But maybe you would have asked in a time that I wasn't, and maybe that conversation would have helped me out of. Do you understand? So there's people that probably asked at some point and they got a different answer to you.
Right, got you. Yeah,
so to answer your question, every time you asked, I was good.
Things were good,
but it weren't always good throughout that journey at all. No way.
Did it get easier or harder when you were out there? Because I know there was a time when like you knew you were coming back and the visa had been approved, but it was like, okay, you got to wait.
Yeah.
And I don't know the details, you obviously know, but I don't know if it's like if they give you a time frame or if it's just, it's been approved, now you got to wait for them to drop it. And that must have been, that time must have been torturous. So like, did things get better, or was it like towards the end that...
It had a series. It was like a whole season of different emotions. It's like there's times when it was cool, then it was all right, then it was great, then it was shit, then it was, you get what I'm trying to say? So that very moment you're describing right now, there's a song on Return of the Immigrant called Outside Again. That song represents that time.
Right, waiting for that.
Yeah, because the court date is happening in England. I can't go there.
Right. So
my people are in the court. My lawyer's in the court. I can't speak for myself. I can't do nothing. So I'm heavily relying on my lawyer. You see what I'm trying to say? So when that hearing is finished and I get the calls, I have to basically base it off. Everyone's basing it off of just how the judge was. It's like,
right, okay.
Right, wait, judge was all right still. Like, the judge was all right. Like, he seemed cool still. Like, that's who we're waiting on, because the decision isn't made on the date.
Okay, so he just goes home.
So it's like, raw, like, you get me? Because the man them could have come out there and said, bro, that judge was being a bastard. And then you just kind of know. You understand? But all we got to cling on to was the judge was all right still.
Bro, that's such a mad concept, because let's just say that he had a stressful journey to work that day. Or if his wife was giving him aggro in the morning. Or do you know what I mean? Or if he's got medical problems that are playing and puts him in a mood. Like all of this stuff, it all relies on that man's mood on that day.
That happens. That literally happens. So the process is now, that's happened. We then have to wait for the decision to be made. The decision was then made like maybe a month or so. Decision's made now, and then you won now, innit? But now you can't really celebrate, because the prosecutors, the Home Office, have 30 days to appeal that win.
Right.
So them 30 days.
So it's like a half win.
Like, it's like you got one in.
Yeah.
But they've got 30 days to see what made you win and go against it.
Turn it inside out.
They could rip that to parts. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, my lawyer's gone in on the day and convinced the judge, like, raw, my man is credible. He needs to be here. They can see why the judge said that and then think, okay, all right, we can say this instead of that. We can say this instead of that. And whatnot. And they have 30 days to do that, blood. So that 30 days is obviously torture.
Yeah.
On the 29th day, it's peak.
Just waiting for that ding, like,
Bro, it's fucking mad, fam. You know what I'm saying? It was waiting, and then remember, I'm 6 hours behind.
Yeah.
So UK's 12 o'clock. Like, you know, I'm trying to figure, is it my 12 o'clock? Is it like, who's like,
yeah.
madness, bro. You get me? And then you win. 30 days passed, they ain't said nothing. Fucking alright, cool, great. Chat to the lawyer. What happens now? They're gonna shout you in 2 weeks with your thing, and then you're in the air, and then you're good from there. Basically, 2 weeks.
God, it's giving me anxiety just you telling the story. Shit.
2 weeks comes, the phone don't ring.
Right.
3 weeks.
Oh shit! So they said 2 weeks to be done, and now the phone hasn't. Okay.
3 weeks.
I thought that was the end of the story.
3 weeks, the phone hasn't rang. 4 weeks, phone hasn't rang. 5, 6, 7, 2 months, 3 months. 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, 7 months. Bro, 10 months I waited for the phone to ring.
Wow.
And it should have taken 2 weeks.
So those 10 months, you know you can come back.
Yeah, but
there's no chance to appeal, but it's waiting on the papers and the actual permission for 10 months.
Yeah, but that's fucked now, because that's like the worst part of the whole trip, trip, because you can't even say nothing. You write to them and speak like raw, what's happening? You send like a whole thing, they'll then reply and basically answer one thing without answering the question that you actually asked, and then close their letter with basically, don't contact us for another 30 days.
Right.
So they're just buying months.
Yeah.
You can't do shit about it. You get me? So that bit there was definitely one of the most frustrating parts to the entire journey, for sure. Yeah, proper mad still.
When you were out there, obviously, so like anyone watching, as soon as you got out there, you and I did like a very in-depth interview over, I think it was over Skype or something, before Zoom days, isn't it?
Yeah, you did the first
So it was like, once you were there, we had a very in-depth conversation about the process and why you were out there and how and stuff. So anyone watching the channel can...
Gonna be mad. Go listen to that.
Yeah, listen to that first and come back to this. I'll put the link in the description. But when you were out there, once you were settled and stuff, it seemed like you plugged yourself into the industry in Jamaica.
Yeah. And
you were about with other artists and industry people and stuff. And I know when some UK artists were over there, I know I randomly texted you one day because I was interviewing Alakai Harley one time, and I checked one of her videos, and you were just randomly in it in her video, like. And so for you to plug into the scene out there, was it like starting from scratch, or were you able to use the momentum from the UK industry and almost have that as currency in Jamaica? Did it translate? Because UK music wasn't big in Jamaica at that point.
Nah, bro. I had to get in the streets again.
Right.
Like when I started my career, I didn't know no one in the industry. We didn't know nobody, blood. We just did our thing, and it was in the streets, just connecting in the streets, doing what we do. You get what I'm trying to say? So I had to do that out there. Basically, I had to get into that place. Like, you get me? So really, to get myself up and running, I had to do it for myself.
Right.
So when people are seeing what I'm doing, it's then, okay, cool. Like, I put out the UKBA mixtape, and I thought, okay, a part of this promo run, we're going to do a documentary. Big up Link Up TV, Rashid and that flew out, and they shot the documentary, and I said, okay, cool. I know enough people, this is the first time people are going to see me in this way. In fact, they flew to Yard to do a day in the life.
Right, okay.
And it turned into a 40-minute documentary.
Right, yeah.
You see what I'm trying to say? So I knew, okay, cool, I'm going to make the most out of this moment now and tell the industry people that they can shout me to connect dots for them. You understand? Because then by then I've already been seasoned. I'm in it. So when you're seeing me with enough of the artists out there and all of that, they don't know I do music.
Right, okay.
They don't have a clue. I'm just one of the man them.
Right. So you never said to them nothing?
Nah, no. The whole time I'm there, I didn't want no one in Jamaica to know that I done music.
Right.
So I started from scratch.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to say, like, there's years I'm round certain man, and even in terms of the artists that flew to Yard, they can walk around in their jewels and these type of things because of that groundwork I put in. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's making sure that I had to solidify myself foundation-wise first. And then I like things happening organically too. Because as a musician, as an artist, bro, like, everyone's an artist, innit? Everyone's
They are
cousin's
now,
a
yeah,
rapper.
yeah.
Everyone's mum sings. Everyone's sisters. You get what I'm trying to say? I don't
Yeah.
want to be that guy. So when I'm around the artists out there, when I was around the artists out there, I didn't want to be like, yeah, you know, I do music too.
I'm a rapper, yeah.
You get what I'm trying to say? It's like, I'm going to be here and do what I need to do while I'm in this place. And I always have it as a milestone when they discover by themselves. It's always a beautiful feeling, you know what I mean? I say like, bro, I ain't never said nothing, bro. I say, no.
Yeah,
You know what I say? I say, alright, they're cool. I've done enough now
Yeah.
to end up on this man's radar or this woman's radar, or do you know what I mean? So,
And I think you probably command much more respect by doing it that way.
Yeah.
Because not only do they then find out you're a rapper, they actually find out, shit, this guy's got a big fan base in the UK.
yeah.
And he's actually sick with it.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
it
It's
always
like
makes
all
them
the
look at
things
man
suddenly
differently.
connect.
Always. But it also was like, it was a humbling experience for me because it made me do what I had to do while I could do that. So for example, you mentioned the Alakai Harley video. Bro, she was one of my biggest fans growing up.
Right, okay. I never knew that.
Yeah, like front row at my shows, you would see her.
Oh, sick.
Word for word, singing lyrics.
Yeah.
And at that point, this is like BlackBerry times. So I had like a fan BlackBerry that they could all message me on, right? So Alakai was on there, and enough times she'd tell me she wants to do music. I'm chatting to her years ago.
Right.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like, we're talking about like personal stuff. She'll share like stuff that's happening in her family. Like, whenever I had time, that's what the BlackBerry is for. Like, that fan base, I used to speak to them directly.
Like on a level, yeah.
Yeah. So then now, fast forward, she's Alakai Harley. Mad artist. Big up Alakai. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And then you saw me in the video, but I also helped to put that video together.
Right.
You know what I'm trying to say? So that became what I was doing. So it's a humbling experience because like she's seeing me when she's flew to Yard to shoot the video. It's the first time she's seeing me in rare. So definitely made us have our moment like, oh, I'll go on, da. But then immediately after, what do you need?
Right, yeah.
Now, what do you need me to do? You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
It's not that. I'm here to do this right now. So what do you lot need?
Yeah.
All right, cool. You lot never organized to get a drone. All right, cool. Yo,
Need a joint.
bring a drone. You see what I'm trying to say?
The plug.
You get what I'm trying to say? So it was humbling for me because then the thing with it as well, it's not even like I'm saying it. Like in the moment, I actually was just there to do that.
Right, yeah.
At no point did it make me feel like, fuck, you know, like, raw, this is one of my main fans, and now I'm like, at no point did it cross my mind at all. You get me? Like, Young Bane, Kojo, and these lot fly to Yard, and we're bucking up at the airport and all of these type of things. The way we're greeting each other, you'd think, like, man don't actually know them growing up.
Right,
I'm forgetting that, though. Because obviously I've seen them enter the game and seen what they're doing, so I'm tapped into that side, and social media can make you feel like you know somebody.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm trying to say? But how them man greet me when they forward to Yard, I'm forgetting, like, them man grew up listening to man at the same time. You get what I'm trying to say? So it's Cashh at the same time. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying, but it's Bane. So you get what I'm saying? But what do you need man to do? You want to go out? What do you not want to do? Do you not want to? Let's make that happen. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, Bane was out there, made sure that he got like newspaper interviews and all of this time, so I can do these things, but I wasn't doing them for myself because I didn't want Jamaica to know who I was. Okay. So it's building that foundation, and then small it start trickling. So enough of the times I'm doing the press runs with the artists out there, the artists are saying to the people like, don't. And the people are like, right, so when are you ready for your interview? And I'm saying like, just cool. Yes. You get me? Like, we're going to do that. Like, so when I started the Return of the Immigrant campaign, I wanted to start the press run back in Jamaica now. And it was a beautiful feeling. Because because enough of those platforms that I turned down doing the interviews with at that point, I'm now doing them. Yeah. So now we have a backstory. They're like, yo, I remember when you was in there with Style OG and we're saying, are you ready? And you're saying no. We're like, alright, cool. Yeah. But now it makes sense. We have way more to talk about. Yeah. All we would have spoken about is you got sent to Yard and that's it. Nah, fam.
No, there's so much more. Yeah. It must be an amazing feeling being able to freely go there. Because I guess growing up, you weren't ever able to leave the country to go there for risk of not being let back in. So now that you can just
Mad,
jump
bro.
back and forth.
Mad.
Is that the case? Like internationally, can you just go anywhere now and you're good?
But that's what I'm saying in terms of like the perception of like once you get sent or deported from a country, or I could speak from like a Jamaican point of view, or even like anywhere, to be fair, Africa, wherever. The perception is you're now stuck in that place.
Right, yeah.
So
yeah.
while I'm in Jamaica, I'm traveling. I went places.
Right, yeah, of course.
You know what I'm trying to say? So I've been, it was just England.
You just couldn't come to England.
It's just England. So now I could be in England. I still have the privilege of going anywhere in the fucking world. You know what I'm trying to say? So yeah. It's a good feeling, man. Like even going through as well. Like I've gone through with my brethren and that, and some of the team members, they got a queue in a separate quew to my thing. You know what I'm trying to say? Like take out my Jamaican passport and flex that, switch up the accent quick. Yeah, I go to England for a couple of weeks. Still, man, forward home now, you know. Fast track, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know the tricks.
Yeah.
Sick. What do you think was like the most important thing that you learned from the time in Jamaica?
The most important thing, nothing lasts forever. It's the good news is nothing lasts forever. And the bad news is nothing lasts forever.
Right.
You get me?
What made you learn that?
What I was doing prior to being sent to Jamaica, that didn't last. But
Right.
in that moment, I was thinking that was going to last forever. Then I ended up in Jamaica and I'm going through that situation. And that didn't last forever. You know what I'm trying to say? Like nothing. So I live like that now. Like nothing is for certain. So in this moment, like you're seeing, like I turned up on time to do this.
Yeah.
Because
No one does, bro. No one does.
You get what I'm trying to say?
Really.
Like I don't, I take it serious. You get what I'm trying to say? Like this is an opportunity for me. I don't know no one, blood. I don't know no one who's been sent away, fight their thing,
and come back.
I don't know anyone. So for me, automatically I know that the journey is beyond myself. You get me? It's not just for me now. You get what I'm trying to say?
Does that your situation then? Because there's a thing called legal precedence, isn't there? Where they base like. I know loosely about it, but they base certain court cases on the results of other similar court cases. It's called legal precedence. So does that mean that your situation now potentially opens doors for other people in your position? Because now they'll be like, well, yeah, but the government versus Cashh, Cashh won and was allowed back.
Facts.
So now on that basis, the factors are the same here. So now thingy can come
that's
back.
more than likely happening, bro.
Right,
Yeah,
sick.
that's more than likely happening. So that's why I tell people with this whole Return of the Immigrant project, it's not just a me thing. Like people supporting that project, you're supporting way more than you think you're supporting. You get what I'm trying to say? Like it plays a major part that this project is released and accepted and spread wide, because there's a lot of benefits that's going to return from that.
With what you went through, has it put you in any mindset to do any, I mean, I don't know if charity is the right word for it, but like any kind of organization that
we have the Proud
we have
the Proud Immigrant Foundation.
That's a thing already?
No, it's about to be launched within.
Okay.
Yeah, we're that's in the works.
Sick.
And basically what that will cover is each year we'll cover an immigrant's legal fee.
Right.
As we build as a foundation, we'll cover more people's legal fees as the years go on. But also it's to build a facility in Jamaica, firstly, because when I got there was nowhere for me to go. I didn't know where the court was. I didn't know what to do. So it's building some sort of facility out there so that if you end up out there under certain circumstances, so it's like a two-part. We help to fund someone's case. If they do lose it or whatever, there is somewhere out there for you to start and get into the system out there, because there's little informations that probably could have saved someone's whole case.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, cool. You just don't know where to go to the court. Nothing has been said to you, and now you're. In fact, I think I had that. I had an appeal date for that. I missed that. I didn't know where the fuck to go.
You didn't have the information.
So I had to new application, fresh, this, that. So yeah, Proud Immigrant, the foundation, and we obviously have the Proud Immigrant clothing line as well. Which
that's what you're wearing now, right?
Yeah. So this is part of the first collection. Yeah. And yeah, proceeds from that obviously go towards the foundation as well. And yeah, bro, like it's like I said, it's beyond me, man.
Yeah.
It's beyond me.
That's sick. That's such a grown mindset, and it's again, that's the thing. Like, it's like Cashtastic went to Jamaica, Cashh came back. Like he went like a boy and he's come back on that. It's cliche, innit? But it's really, that's how it is. It's amazing, man. Is there anything about what you went through that you would change?
Yeah, if I could change it, definitely. It's more the effects of the relationships that have deteriorated.
Right.
The ones that I care about.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm trying to say? There's relationships that went and it's kind of like, oh, that was supposed to go. But this process has ruined some of the relationships that I've had with people. You get what I'm trying to say? Like ruined them to a point where they'll never be the same again. And that, I got to live with that. That's a part of this whole journey. So as much as like everyone sees me and I'm positive and all of that type of stuff, and it's like, you made it through, I still have to get up every day and live with the fact that certain things will never be the same between me and certain people because of this. And these are people I love and care about. And this probably wouldn't have happened if you lot never sent me to yard. So if I had the power to change anything, I'd keep the journey the same, but I'd make sure those relationships were still intact.
Because that's the thing, and that's the reason I asked is, were you about saying keeping the journey the same? It's because that's who you are now. No,
that journey has to stay the same, bro. That journey sets me apart from every single one of the man them that rapping in this game. Everybody,
fully.
Female rappers, A&Rs, everybody. My story is my story, and it's documented in a way. Like I had to go through the embarrassing phase. You gotta think that's your business out there to everybody, bro. You get what I'm trying to say? Like I've gone through the whole Twitter trolling me. I've gone through all of that type of shit. You understand? Gone through the whole you're stuck in Jamaica. I've gone through all of that. You get me? Cashh is probably somewhere in yard right now. right now telling them he was a big artist in England. I've gone through all of that. I've gone through it all to return and see the same people. Like actually, bro, I ain't gonna lie, still like, man, I was trolling you, but fam, like, and just know that that's a part of the game. You get what I'm trying to say? Like I can't even take none of that personal. It's people treat you different when they think they'll never see you again, you know.
Oh yeah, for real.
You get me? So
definitely. Every
day I walk around in these streets, bro, any industry functions I go to, it's funny to me, bro. You get me? Cause I bought bare people and I'm just killing them with kindness, and they know and I know.
Yeah, you know, innit? You're like
you know, bro. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you get me? It is what it is. Like, I'm not gonna take up my energy with giving you something else that I could replace with something positive that could put me and my people in a better place. You get me? But you know, and I'm gonna let you know too. See, like the same way I've let you know, bro, I got to speak about it, and you showed up and you used to always shout, man, and all of that type of stuff. Like, anyone I do an interview with who was in that place, I'm going to let them know. So, like, enough industry people kind of drop man out, weren't replying to emails. You're one of them.
Let's put it on them.
Yeah, you get me. But I understand. You know, what I'm saying? Like, I understand. It's cool. It is what it is. Because really and truly as well, bro, what I've clocked is I only felt personal. I only felt a way about some of these relationships deteriorating industry-wise because I thought me and the people were in a better place. Like, if I'm thinking like, right, we've built a rapport and we're like that, and now you're showing me it's not that, obviously that's going to affect, man, fam. I'm thinking, what the fuck, fam? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, but if it's just business, and if it's not that, I'm no longer offended. I can't be offended. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, how can I be offended? The man that used to open the door for man at the Universal building, every time I went through that building, me and him would hail each other like, well gone, bro, I ain't heard from him, but I don't think about my man like, I can't, because it was that.
Of course.
You know what I'm trying to say? So the moment I put that in my mind, like, bro, it just weren't that with these people. All of the feeling disappears and it's just normal again.
When you came back, I loved the content rollout of the reactions, people's reactions. Who for you, who had like the most memorable reaction to your return?
All of them are memorable. Because no one knew.
I loved it that you just pulled up on everyone.
No one knew, but it wasn't even that I pulled up. I twined them, bro. They were expecting to see something else.
Right.
You get me? But obviously publicly, the Bangles reaction. Madness, you get me? But it's because I was on the phone to him for like an hour. I'm on FaceTime to him basically for like an hour, and I'm telling him that some of the man them just left yard and I've given them a gift for you. So let me know when you're free. and they're gonna pull up and give you the gift. You get me? And obviously he's like, what? They could pull up on me now. I'm in the studio.
Right.
Where are they? I'm like, yeah. What studio are you? You get me? Like, bro, he sent me the address and double. We're on the same road.
Oh shit! No way.
We're on the same road, bro. It's like I'm here and he's where I've parked my car.
Right, that close.
That close.
You must have been laughing when you got that.
So
like,
I'm trying to not laugh because I'm on FaceTime and I should be in Jamaica, innit?
Yeah,
so I'm trying to not laugh, and like I'm messaging the man on the laptop on WhatsApp, like, yo, link me now. So I'm on the phone like an hour to him, chatting to him, and then basically I said to him, anyway, Jamaica's like 6 hours behind, so I'm gonna go start my day now. You get me? So obviously presents, gifts from me to you get me? But the man are gonna shout you when they're outside. So when they've opened the door, that's where the video you're seeing. That's why he's running from.
Right,
He's running away from reality. You see, he's running because he's thinking, what the fuck? Like, his mind is blown. You get me? Like he couldn't fathom what was actually happening. I did the same thing with Kenny. Yeah, you get me? Like Kenny was touching me. Kenny was like, I'm really here, bro. I'm really here. You get me? He's like, raw. What happens now? So you know what happens now. You get me? Return of the Immigrant. Yeah. No,
that was a great moment, bro. Like, and I think like it went over a lot of people's heads if they're new to the UK scene. Because they don't know the history. They don't know who Bangles is to Cashtastic and that relationship and the projects and music you made together.
Yeah. Even Kenny, the Kenny one went over a lot of people's head. Like Kenny's my DJ. You know what I'm saying? Like Kenny, a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people do, but a lot of people don't know that. Like, Kenny's literally man's DJ. Like Kenny's been around, man, since Kenny wasn't a DJ. He was filming.
But I think it's because those times there wasn't these national platforms. There wasn't Capital Extra. One Extra existed.
That's where it was. That's where it was. Like we were like, we've done a lot of shows, fam. Like, and me and Kenny took it serious from then. We used to study it. Like we used to make sure we planned out our set. It weren't on I'm going to perform and the song's gonna be playing. Like we did performances. You get me? So. When he's turned into Kenny All-Stars, bro, I'm proud of them, fam. Like, you get me? I'm proud of them, bro. You get me? Because regardless of like the part I played to maybe help them get in, they could have then fell off. He did what he did to turn into, you get what I'm trying to say? Like, like Bangles, man's personal producer. You know what I'm trying to say? Bangles now, you get what I'm trying to say? Like, so... Yeah, I'm proud of all of the man, man. I'm proud of all of the man.
There was a clip of you recently as well. And it was like, I got sent it in a group chat. And it was you, basically, you being like, I can't remember if you was in handcuffs or it was basically like you were being taken away again. Do you know what I mean? And it was suddenly, I think it went on Instagram on the meme page. I got it in a group chat. So it looked like you were being deported again. What was the premise of that video? Because obviously you didn't like.
Obviously I didn't. Basically, as I said, we wanted to start the press run in Jamaica. So I've gone to Jamaica, but it weren't just a press run. Like I said, I've shot music videos. So we're on set for one of them.
Right. Okay.
That's reenacting when I got there.
There you go. Someone
on set is just basically done like a clip.
Right.
Sent it to someone, and then before you know it, it's everywhere. You get what I'm saying?
And was that a because I know you're very calculated with a lot of the stuff that you do. So was that a calculated
I wish I
move,
thought about it. I wish I thought about it. Because I wish I could take the credit for that one.
So that just literally was
because it made everyone now aware of the fact. He raw. Man, like raw shit, like
right again, like
that's what I'm trying to say. And then now they all know Return of the Immigrants forwarded. Like, I'm actually out here doing an international press run for this project, so I haven't been deported. You get what I'm trying to say. And then like shortly after that, that's when the Mood video come out. So there's just something else they're talking about. You know what I mean? So
let's talk about the progression of the scene while you were away, because it was like I remember actually like before we did this, I was looking at an old interview I think you did with Link Up TV, and they asked you to name your top UK rappers, and you were a young buck then. Do you know what I mean? Like this is before you got sent to Jamaica, and I think you named like Wretch. I think you said Krypton Conan and them, and then it was funny because there was even a part you said, oh yeah, and this new guy Nines, I'm not sure where he's from. But he's hard still, and like I'm talking years ago, but this is an old interview. But you mentioned Nines, and you're like, I don't know where he's from, but he's hard. Like I think he's gonna do bits and whatnot. And like, fast forward, like maybe that was a 12-year-old interview, I don't know. But fast forward to now, and look like Back then, I feel like you almost struggled to name your top 5 then. Like you were kind of like, oh yeah, I like the Play Dirty lot, and then you drew for this young, like this new guy Nines, do you know what I mean? But now I feel like you'd struggle to fit all your favourites into 5.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
100%, 100%. Like, if we're talking UK rappers, like, because there's different categories to it, innit? Like, so yeah, definitely, like, in terms of like people, I could say that like Potter's definitely in there. I think Potter, yeah. I think like if we're talking rap, Potter's one of the coldest things to ever walk in our industry. You get me? Like, and everyone knows too. You know what I'm trying to say? It's not like no one don't know. Like, so even if you're seeing as P, like, trust me, bro. Like, we all know, fam. Your thing's separate. You get me? Like,
but I feel so with Potter as well. Though I feel like the hardship that he had to go through, especially his last jail time, that was what created this version of Potter. Same way with you going to Jamaica.
Exactly.
Created this version of you. That's the same with him.
That's why, like, when I listen to him, I can hear it through a different set of ears. You get me? Like, different stories, but hardship, same way. You get me? Because you've been here, and like you're still young, so it's crazy for me to be like you've been here for such a long time. But because you've been doing rap in the UK for such a long time, and you're from Peckham, like with Giggs being from Peckham as well, do you consider yourself like the same generation as him in terms of rap? Because musically, some of your earlier stuff was coming up when his earlier stuff was. Does that make sense? Yeah, no.
But I feel like
it weren't. You know, let me tell you why. Because I think I did my first song I did with Giggs. I'm in year 7 or something like that. Right. So I'm young, and then I'm doing the song with Giggs. Giggs is Giggs. Right. So I can't be in the same.
Is that after Talking the Hardest though? I'm not.
This is after Talking the Hardest. This is like Talking Hardest is out. Right. This is maybe like, has Walk in the Park come out? Maybe Walk in the Park is out. Or it might be in between Hard Bodied and Walk in the Park. It might be in between them 2 projects. But first generation is Giggs, Colours, Crumbs, like PDC, Mashtown, like, you get what I'm trying to say? Like, there's a I think it's SMS. There's a lot of UK rappers that was their first generation.
Right,
you got Youngstar, Dubs, Blade Brown, Fem Felon, Fix Dot'em. These man are rappers, Margs and that. I'm in school listening to these men, so I can't be from. What happened with me is I feel like I'm what Chipmunk is to the grime scene, to the rap scene.
Okay, yeah, that's a great comparison.
Yeah, basically, because
you bust young.
I'm young around all of these men. Young. You get what I'm trying? Like, I think the intro on Walk in the Park, Gig said, "I'm 26. They thought I wouldn't make it to 25." I'm 27. Right, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Okay, yeah. So it's that long ago. You get what I'm trying to say? So I'm in that mad local place still. It's like the epitome of a young OG.
Yeah. You're an old soul, isn't it? It's like, and that's the thing, again, your mindset, like how you are now. It doesn't match your age.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And that's why I ask as well, because you came up from so young. But I like the comparison, like what Chip is to grime, you are to the UK rap scene. When you drop Trench Baby, that song obviously is a product of your journey in Jamaica, and was the first, other than the Daily Duppy, was the first like, wow, this guy, this is what he's on now. Do you know what I mean? It was crazy. But the story that you tell through that, like how much of that in Trench Baby is your real life, and how much is kind of emphasized a bit for?
None of it. I'll be honest, bro. I can't write emphasized stuff. Like, it's kind of like, it's a thin line that I walk sometimes, because obviously I don't want to, do you get me? So I got to make sure that I've always been an open book. I've always been that way. And even Trench Baby, like, even to call myself a Trench Baby, and you can see me in the trenches as a local youth before you ever knew who Cashtastic was. Like, you might see me in and around these places as a youth. I'm not in no joke places. And you can see I don't look timid. The people I'm around are serious people. You get what I'm trying to say? Enough of them aren't here anymore and all of that. You get me? But I was raised and trained by some serious people. Like, my family's got serious people in there. So the authenticity behind it, I feel like, is why the song is gravitated to the way it is. So like, people can make music and talk what they talk and all of that type of stuff, but there's always at some point where it's like, it don't feel real.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, it don't feel real, but yeah, like.
The reason I asked that question is because there's a line that always stuck out to me, even from the first time I heard it. Paranoia mixed up with built-up aggression had me sleeping with my grannies with a weapon. And so it made me think, like, what was happening in Jamaica, firstly, to make you so paranoid, and secondly, that you had to keep a weapon with you. Like,
I'm not from the generation of, like, things happening in the street ending up on the internet.
Right.
So whenever you'd see man posting on Instagram and all of these things, there's a lot that's happened in them 5 years out there. You get me? Like, a lot. I might have not made it back here. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, there's where I'm from is treacherous. You get me? There's active wars going on. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, if you phone a taxi to forward to anywhere long way, they're not gonna come in there.
Right, okay.
You see what I'm trying to say?
And so that goes back to what you were saying earlier about literally starting from scratch,
100%.
having to go there. Like,
bro, if I chat to my mum and all of them, like, aunties, everyone who's in England, they would have told me, don't go in the lane. Don't.
Right.
Grandma lives there.
So that's where you were posted up, yeah.
You get what I'm trying to say? Like, grandma lives there, but my dad's side of the family lives on one side, and my mum's side of the family lives on one side, and both sides are at war.
Right, okay.
And both sides are separated by like an alleyway. Okay. So I'm gonna be at grandma's, and then I'm gonna walk over to the family home. You get what I'm trying to say? And I've been able to do that as a youth before I come to England.
Right, yeah.
So I'm a big man, that don't change. But at the same time, I'm not silly. You get what I'm trying to say? So I had to make sure that I was able to comfortably move how I wanted to move. You get me? Like, yeah, like Jamaica was a whole next shit. So Instagram weren't seeing a lot of what was happening out there.
I feel like that side of Jamaica isn't ever on show. Like, my first time in Jamaica was a culture shock, bro. Like, because all I see is come to Jamaica, swim with dolphins, we've got the waterfalls, we've got the beaches, you know what I mean? Come and stay in the resorts. But the side of my family that I was with were living in Jamaica, and what I now call real Jamaica. Do you know what I mean? Where I'm like, this is a third world country. And it really opened my eyes, bruv, because I'm like, this isn't what they show on the TV. Do you know what I mean? So, and I feel like a lot of people that have never been or have been and stay within the all-inclusives, they don't see what it's actually really like.
Yeah, it's different. Like, going to Jamaica on holiday and living there is a whole different ball game.
But I mean, I would say that for any country, but for Jamaica, it's like a whole different country.
Definitely.
Do you know what I mean? It's like two separate places. It's mad.
There's countries within Jamaica. There's countries within Jamaica. You get me? Like, even when I was just out there on the press run, there's like Jamaica's having its national lockdown. It's not like a national lockdown, but they have curfews out there. So on certain days, the day ends.
To do with COVID.
Yeah, basically. And like, there's like no parties, etc., after certain hours and whatnot. But there's certain blocks that I was pulling up on, and it's just like normal. But
Still
that's
parties.
just on that block.
Can't stop parties in Jamaica.
That block's like a different country. You get
right?
me?
Yeah.
So when you're in there, you're partying. Nothing's gonna come in and mash that up. When you leave here, you're on your own. Yeah, when you leave here, you're on your own. There's enough time man's in.
Yeah.
In the events, and man's got to fucking wait for the first batch of people to leave the party so they get stopped.
Right.
You get me? Wait for the phone call. Yeah, that road's blocked. That road, this road ain't blocked. You lot, let's go.
Yeah.
Cars non-stop. Yeah.
Like I said before, you're very calculated with like how you've maneuvered, how you've dropped videos, how you've recorded, and the patience behind it all. Is everything going to plan? And in terms of, by that I mean like, in terms of how it's done with the audience, how the fan base has grown, are you where you want to be in like the scene, as it were?
I wouldn't say so, but there's only one reason, and it's what I couldn't calculate. It's the lockdown and COVID.
Right.
Literally, that's the I couldn't calculate that.
Yeah.
And that's literally like, for example, like Trench Baby, like that, the Trench Baby challenge. Like, you know what that song is. You know what I'm trying to say? I've never been able to perform it.
Right.
Wagwan with Western, one of the biggest songs during the summer. I've never been able, like, all of that stuff played a major part. And in terms of the planning that I did, it heavily relied on live performances, because that's my thing.
Yeah.
You get me? The songs, I love studio, I love recording, all of that. I love all of that process. But performing, that's where, like, I perform, and if you don't know who I am, you're a fan at the end of the night. That's my aim. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, you're a promoter, you book me, you're gonna wanna book me again. That's my aim when I reach out there on that stage. It's like, everybody needs to understand that this isn't just every single penny you paid for this ticket, you're going home and it's worth it.
Yeah.
You get what I'm trying to say? 100. Not being able to give that side of the plan is why I am where I am right now. Right. And obviously, just again, there's the out of sight, out of mind. So you have to think about it, bro. I got back to the UK March 2019. Worked on the plan in silence.
Yeah,
everyone hid.
Stayed indoors for like 8 months.
Yeah, hid, and then announced that I was here in October 2019. So really, I've been back to the UK since October 2019.
Yeah.
I've dropped the Daily Duppy, the rollout, the Bangles reaction, this where everything is going exactly how man predicted it to go. You understand? Ghana is now like the new hotspot. In Christmas times, December times, man's seen that from when I'm in Jamaica. Yeah. I could go where the fuck I want now. Say, hey, what? December, we're going Ghana.
Right, yeah.
So it's like, all right, cool. We're in Ghana, we're around everybody. We're in studio, we're working with this, that. I come back, the world has never been the same. So really, I've got like 2 months.
Right, yeah.
And technically, even though I'm here and I'm in the streets or whatnot, like, it's basically another out of sight, out of mind. It's only now they've started lifting up the restrictions. I'm going 1 and 2 places, but really, Raheem Sterling has a new clothing line.
Right.
It's called 1692.
Oh, you went to the thing for it recently?
That's really my first event.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
You see what I'm trying to say? Like, that's really my first event that I've gone to and seen my peers. Like, I've gone there and Kenny's the DJ.
Right. Okay.
That's the first time I'm seeing him DJ, not for me. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, so. And that's just happened 2021, and I told people I'm back 2019 October. So where I am not right now is a reflection of just the world. You get what I'm trying to say? But we don't stay in one place for too long. So understanding that, okay, there's COVID and lockdown and this, that. I've just gone back to the drawing plan and made it COVID and lockdown bulletproof. So regardless of what happens now, I know how to work around that. I couldn't calculate for that at the time.
No, impossible.
You get me? So now it's like, if they do introduce something else, we've got it.
Are you happy though? I mean, obviously you haven't reached that, and the plans, it's not gone to plan because of that. But are you like? Because I feel like some artists, as talented as they are, don't get to the position they feel like they should be. They get bitter. And it shows through in how they are online and their music. And you notice a change with certain people. But with you, it's just like, you're just cool. Do you know what I mean? It just seems like you're cool with it. But like, are you happy with the progression?
Do you know what it is, bro? When you're sure, you're just sure. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, I'm talking to you from being in, like, I'm 27, but like I was saying, I just did a fire in the booth, and Charlie's saying the first time I did a fire in the booth is 11 years ago.
Yeah.
That's mad to me. When he said that, he caught me off guard in the moment. Fam, 11 years ago, how young was I?
Yeah.
For me to have been here from then, gone through what I've gone through in Jamaica, be here now, I already know, bro. But I know it's not an overnight thing.
Yeah.
There's Pearman that was here before I got sent to yard, and they're not here, and a lot of them are still here, but it's not the same. You get what I'm trying to say?
And that's what I'm saying. Like,
so
they didn't bust, but they're just.
So for me,
plateauing.
I understand it takes time. You get what I'm trying to say? It takes time, and I'm not in a rush.
Yeah.
I'm not in a rush, because I think, do you know what the difference is as well? What I wanted prior to being sent to yard from this game, if I still wanted that, then it would have frustrated me now.
Right.
You get what I'm trying to say? Like, man has to be seasoned in this. It's not a today and gone tomorrow type of situation.
What did you want then that you don't?
I wanted that main spot.
Right. Okay. To be the rock star, to be the superstar, like
that everyone sees, and now it's now internal.
Okay.
I want to be able to make the best music, whether people whether it spreads as far as possible. I want to be able to, not just the music, the art behind everything, from the marketing to the editing, the promo videos, the everything, the pictures, that I want to do that to the best of the degree that anyone in our scene can do. That's my new, you see what I'm trying to say? Through doing that, blood, you're going to get what you're going to get from that. I can't predict what I'm going to get from that.
Yeah.
I just want to do that.
Is there ever a pressure of like, because bills have got to get paid, bruv. And making the best music is cool. I know some artists that make incredible fucking music, but they're not out there like that. So no one knows about it. And they're making amazing songs, but no one cares because no one knows.
Yeah, facts.
So they're not making money from music.
Facts.
So is there ever that pressure to be like, I want to make the best music, but if I just get that one song?
Nah, never. Do you know what that pressure probably comes sometimes? Like, it's knowing man can sign with any of the majors.
Right.
It's like, should we do it? But it's never music, ever. It's never ever music, because the one song that you're describing, I'm making it in my mind.
Okay.
That one song that probably someone else would make, I can't make that. I don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's weird. It's like, for example, like I've just put out Wash Clothes, right? Wash Clothes isn't a song I expect to hear has gone top 40, top 20 next week. And A&R will think I'm a madman for saying that. For me, it's like, it's because it's all a part of, it's the bricks.
Right.
All of that's gonna come from.
Yeah.
All of that's gonna come, but this plays a part in that happening. You get what I'm trying to say?
100%.
Like,
yeah.
So even enough of the rappers that were about first generation who aren't here now, what they did played a part in why a man can fucking put out a song with no video and go top 5. That's the part. So all of these songs, all of these moves that I'm making is playing a part in my own.
Right, yeah.
And I know it though. It's like I genuinely know it. So I can't feel away. Obviously, we want results. Obviously, bills need to be paid and all of these type of things. But you know what, bro? We've always been able to do it.
Yeah.
That's the reality. You get what I'm trying to say? We've not always been able to live exactly how we dream in our mind that we want to live. But when I compare it to what I'm just coming from, fam, I'm living that.
Yeah.
I was in yard living that. I'm in the trenches, and in the trenches, they're looking at me like, you're living that. And I'm like, no, I'm in here with you. And they're like, no, you're living that because you've lived that. We've never gone on a plane. You're living that, blood, whether you think that or not. So for me, like, man can't stress about money for too long. Man can at some points.
I think when you go and spend that amount of time in a place like you did in that part of Jamaica, I think you probably realise like how little money really that you actually need. The
reality to it is, like, I didn't stay in the trenches 24. I couldn't live in there, bro.
Yeah.
Couldn't live in there. If I lived in there, I more than likely wouldn't have been here chatting to you right now. You get what I'm trying to say? Because it's steamy, man. It's very steamy in there. You get what I'm trying to say? And like, I'm a man. I like things being conducted in a certain type of way, and if they're not, you get what I'm trying to say? So that alone is the privilege. The fact that I can be in here with my family. And when I want to fuck off, I can fuck off. Just go home. On the north coast.
Right, yeah.
And on my balcony, I can see the sea. You understand what I'm trying to say? Like, that's a privilege.
Yeah.
I'm in this place, and for example, I'm in this house, but I don't have bare furniture. My front room's empty. But I never realized my front room was empty.
Right, yeah.
I never ever realized it, fam. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I got my bed there. You know what I'm saying? I got some pots. I got shit in the kitchen to cook and that. You get what I'm trying to say? When this gets too quiet, I go back to the noise and go soak up some inspiration and just be around my people, them, and you get what I'm trying to say? And then when this gets too noisy, I go back to the quiet.
Yeah.
That's a privilege.
100%.
So being in England and thinking, fuck, man, I just need to put out this one song and then everything can change, that never crosses my mind, because, blood, it can always be worse. I know that.
Yeah. And patience, that feels like a huge thing that you brought back from Jamaica.
Bro, I have to have that, man. I'll probably be in jail, bro.
Yeah.
Man thing.
In terms of like features or collaborations, M1llionz and Western are the... I'm right, aren't they? They're the only ones you've
M1llionz
put out with, at least.
Western.
Pounds and dollars with M1llionz. Wagwan with Western.
Yeah.
There's no other features in all the stuff you dropped.
Yeah. Since I've been back, do you know what? Yeah, I think it's probably just them two, you know, so far. Yeah.
How come? And how? How and why? That's what I want to know.
All organic, fam. All organic, and it's so mad how all of that even played a part. So before I got sent to Yard, I used to do sessions with a bad boy producer called Progression.
Okay.
And we used to do the sessions in his house. And whenever I'm in the sessions and whatnot, he has a little brother that's in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
That little brother's Hailey.
Okay. Right, yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like,
yeah.
years, Dave's manager now, Ben Scars.
Mm-hmm.
Ben was at A&R at Island back in the day.
That's right, yeah.
After I did the champion freestyle and all of that, like, me and him started building a rapport, and we started working on some music together and whatnot, and and there was a song, I don't know where this song is. There's a song with me, Ice Kid, and Akel.
Right, okay.
At this point, Akel's going by the name A-Star.
Right.
Old school. So basically, that links is set already between me and Western. And then again, Western is a part of the batch of people that has come to Yard. Mm-hmm. So that if you watch the song that they've got with Alkaline, Texting.
Yeah.
So if you watch that video, you'll see me in there as well.
Oh, okay. I don't think I've seen that video. But I know
like, even in terms of that, the patterning in that, and also the patterning in the song Flying in Yard.
Right.
So me and big up Shabba, me and Shabs, who's the next man in the streets out there, who was over here, who got sent back out there, we're helping Shabs, to be fair, on the majority of stuff, but man's brainstorming, and because he's in the streets and going, and he's like, I'm talking like in the dance,
right? And
he's not going home until it plays.
Okay.
That's the work that man have to put in. So
then was pressuring the DJ like it's time now.
We're waiting because like run that. You know what I'm trying to say. And then obviously Texting has turned into one of their biggest songs. You know what I'm trying to say. So obviously, and then man was out there, we linked and chopped it up and boom. So during my seven months where I'm hiding and I'm incognito, Deanie Boy has made the Wagwan instrumental, and immediately, as I heard it, as I pressed play, I was like, Hailey. So I've hit Hailey immediately, like, bro, you get me? Mm-hmm. Straight away, he's got back at me saying, yeah, this is mad. He sent back a hook, quick. Right? The hook, automatically, man, no, this is a hit. Like, so we're like, I probably still got the voice notes in the phone. Right, he's like, bro, like, let me know what you think. Like, everyone over here is fucking with it. I mean, he thinks I'm in Yard.
Right.
Like, everyone over here is fucking with it. Like, yeah, man, like, we'll fly to Yard to shoot the video. Big up Hailey, big up Western, man, because trust me. Again, like I said, pay attention to these things. These things are important to man.
You
get me? The man proper thought I was in Yard and were willing to
come out and pattern
get me. There. So, did that song, and obviously Wagwan, you get me? And then M1llionz now. I'm the Yard man in the scene. Like, if we're going through the UK rappers, it's me. You know what I'm trying to say? So, I'm paying attention to what's happening. This brother's popped up, and he's flying the flag for us.
Uh-huh.
So, straight on me, I'm like, fucking no, sick. Perfect.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because I feel like Stylo weren't able to, like, from his early days, fully take on what he needed to take on, because he was the only one there. Mm-hmm. There's other men, but it's like they weren't enough.
I think the difference with Stylo as well, though, he was always a dancehall artist. He was never a rapper.
There you go. So that's what it was. Mm-hmm. But I'm saying, like, I've used that as an example. So he's a dancehall artist in England who never had a bag of other dancehall artists in England around him. You get what I'm trying to say? Mm-hmm. And it's taken so long for him to get to where he is now. Thank God he's there now, and he's getting his flowers now. You get what I'm saying? But it took so long because you can't do this alone. No. So the moment I've clocked Migs now, I'm saying yes. So when I reach over there, perfect. Because you get what I'm saying? Like, it's patterned, and it's not like it's not like he was forwarding and he's shooting videos and doing things, and I'm thinking like, yeah, this is just a UK rapper going to Yard to do videos. You get what I'm trying to say? And then it just turns out him and my little cousins and that, they're dogs.
Right.
You get what I'm trying to say? So when he's forwarding to London more time, he's in my auntie's house.
Right, okay.
You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah, so the link is basically separate to any music thing. And then once we've patterned or whatnot, like again, them man listen to man growing up. You know what I'm trying to say? So like he's just more intrigued now, because as much as he's going Yard and whatnot, I lived out there.
Yeah.
So he's just like, yo, what was it like out there?
that was a sick impression, you know.
I must have been mad. You get me? So that studio session's like for hours. Man's in the studio. We're in there like me and my dogs, him and his dog, and we're in there. We're just talking for hours to the point where man's like, right, shit, the song.
You get
me? And then ended up patterning that. So again, both features happened organically. Obviously West End sound, millions, like you can't write it.
No, definitely not. I think like I like how it's done, and also what you're showing again is with the versatility, because you've got songs in your collection that are drill songs. They fit in the drill landscape. You've got songs that fit in like the dancehall landscape, but also like, I mean, I guess dancehall / kind of UK R&B thing with what I want. Do you know what I mean? Because that's where Western are. And then you've got everything in the middle as well. It's a great catalogue, bro.
Thank you, man.
It is. It's incredible, man.
When this project's released, the people that understand will never view me the same. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, including you.
I'm excited for it.
Yeah, bro, like including you, fam. You get me? Like, as much as you rate man as an artist, like when this is put out, you're gonna hear the difference.
What can you tell me about the project that we don't know already then?
Anyone who's a fan of Ambush has spat his best verse in his entire career on Return of the Immigrant.
Okay.
Yeah. Ripped it to shreds and then burnt whatever was on the floor.
Right. Did he put you under pressure on that song then?
No, he had the template.
Okay.
And I'm like that.
Right. So what do you mean the template then?
Like,
Elaborate.
so man, like, all right, so more time when man send me to get on features, I just get the instrumental.
Right.
I might say, yeah, the concept is to chat about but man's not letting me hear their verse.
Right.
I've never been that way.
Okay.
Like, it's rapper etiquette for the feature to hear what you're doing.
Okay, right.
For me, it's for the betterment of the song.
Mm-hmm.
Even if there's like some friendly rivalry going on, it's still it can't. Sometimes I hear features and it's like rappers that everyone knows, two rappers are called, and then they get on a song and then it sounds like two different songs.
Yeah.
It's like you lot are blatantly trying to outdo each other and all of that type of stuff.
Yeah, and then you've sent it back and you've redone your verse to try and be like,
so, So with this, Bush has heard what man's done. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, man's driven and gone and linked him, and we're there. He's there. He's writing for hours. So he's, in terms of, it's sick because he can hear exactly. He's basically mirrored my flow.
Sick.
So exactly how I'm the rhyming scheme I'm going with. He's gone with it as well. You get me? He's had his time to listen to it and make sure that he can. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. And then after he's finished, man dives in again.
Right.
Whoo! And after I'm finished, back row G, that yeah. So that's something I could share from the project still.
Yeah,
it's mad still.
Is it an album or a mixtape?
It's an experience.
Oh, like you had that. You've been asked that before, innit?
This is when
that just rolled straight out. It's not an album. It's not a mixtape. It's an experience.
It's 48 hours. I was in Peckham 2 days ago. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Big up Shabba. There's a barber called Shabba. If you're like ever in South London, he's mobile as well.
I don't know if you can tell, but I don't go to the barber very often, bro. Like,
so I was looking at the camera. Yeah, big up Shabba. Man's going to link Shabba, and we're just parked up on the block basically, and he's like, it was his birthday 2 days ago. So I'm saying, Deanie, go get the speaker. So man's just in there running Return of the Immigrant to Shabba. Mm-hmm. You get me? Like, just holding the vibes on the block. Like, you get what I'm trying to say? Like, he's hearing it for the first time. And he's a yard man. He's from Jamaica. He's migrated to the UK. So it's hitting him different. You see what I'm trying to say? And those were his words when it finished. He was like, yeah, this is an experience. It's not a project or an album. It's an experience.
Sick.
So 48 hours ago, big up Shabba and you.
So that's the answer. When anyone asks you now, what is this? It's an experience.
It's an experience. So.
Yeah. Do you have certain expectations for it? Because obviously, like, as people are dropping rap albums and stuff now, like we've got so many charting and there's so much such and such as an album. Let's get it to number one. That seems to be the emphasis now. What's your expectations for the experience?
I'd love for it to do crazy numbers, of course, because I'm not doing this just for people to say I'm sick.
Right.
You get what I'm trying to say? I'd love for it to do what everyone else is doing, but I know I'm not on... I'm where Krept and Conan were when they did Young Kings.
Yeah.
I'm just there.
Yeah.
They've turned into Krept and Conan since then. You get what I'm trying to say? So I can't expect man that's dropped projects on projects on projects, man that's dropped singles that on major labels that's flew into the like they don't just happen like that. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, so I can't expect the same results and I ain't putting the same amount of work. And you see me, Double, like I'm a man, I'm not lazy, fam. I don't expect results from work I don't put in.
Right, yeah, of course.
And it's always been like that. Like from man was young, you get what I'm trying to say? Like when man's in the streets doing things and like I weren't on complaining about being broke with my brethrens. Like let's fix that. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I want this, and if I can't get that right now, I know in order to get it, I have to put this amount of work in. Return of the Immigrant is man's first project, basically, as Cashh. The first one, bro. Trust me, you get this one out of the way, we've got the next ones loaded. We're going to start really, really, really turning it to 100 degrees. But this one, in terms of the story and everything, it's important for it to get out. But after that...
Yeah. One question in our very first interview I asked you is a question that throughout all my interviews I always ask everyone, but I've never forgotten your answer because it spun my head off, bro. I did not expect your answer. I don't know if you remember it, but I asked, dead or alive, anyone ever, who would you want to make a song with? Do you remember your answer the first time?
Hey, Westlife.
Is it still Westlife?
Big up Westlife still.
Bruv, at this point now, I don't even know if you're trolling me or not.
If man made the banger with Westlife, trust me, it's different. You know what man would make Westlife do, fam? I love it. Do you know what? People, alright. The only way I can explain, let me tell you, no, dead serious.
I did then.
Dead serious, bro. Let me tell you, alright, the only way it can make sense for people is, alright, cool. The UK rap scene is... Where are we? We're early. The man
we're in, I tell you where we are. We're in 1992 American rap scene.
Blood, 1992, cause the man are just starting to wear grills and...
Yeah.
Man, no one's even done a song just about grills yet. We're quay. You get what I'm trying to say to you?
Yeah.
Kanye hasn't happened yet.
No.
If I do the Westlife, that's what Kanye would do and then everyone would get it.
Okay.
That's where I'd go with the Westlife collab.
Yeah.
I'd go to a place where, you get me? And I'm not talking just like Flying Without Wings. Remember, we know album cuts. We know songs that weren't singles.
Yeah.
I'm a Westlife fan.
I love the fact that has never changed. Like fucking 8 years or however long it was. I love that. That's never
Obviously,
changed.
they're not the only ones, but Westlife, 100%. Like if I could get that collab, bro. I went to Westlife's last show.
Yeah.
In the O2. Brought my little brother with me. He's looking at me like a madman. I'm singing out word for word. And it's because that's a part of man's growth. Like Westlife was introduced to man through Auntie Marlene and Auntie Silas, and this is what they're banging in the house. Whitney Houston's and rare. So like I'm not hearing these things and knowing that they're Westlife immediately. It's just all of a sudden I know the songs. You get what I'm trying to say? It's and now I can do that with my daughter. No week goes past and I play her this song called Fade Away.
Right.
No week goes past and I don't just play it either in the car or in the house. This week I didn't play it. My daughter is 3 years old.
Right.
She's like, Daddy,
can
you play that Fade Away song?
Yeah.
I've never said anything to her about it. You understand? But that's how I knew Westlife. That's how all of the greats that I grew up listening to was introduced. No one sat me down and said, this is... I just heard it. So
it's interesting how the music imprints on children. My son's the same. So when his mum was pregnant as well, I actually got 2 speakers, and every day we had a playlist that we'd selected of all our songs we liked, and we would play it to her belly. And he's come out now, and even at 1-2 years old, bro, I wasn't doing car journeys with nursery rhymes. Like, we're listening to rap and grime and bashment, and that's what he's into now, like really into.
Sick.
You know what? This is going well off topic, but I'll tell you anyway. He was in the front room the other day. He has Spotify on the TV, and at the moment he's going through a phase where he loves fast rappers.
Okay. And
I don't know how he ended up down this wormhole. He's 9 years old now.
Yeah.
Busta Rhymes' "Break Your Neck" comes on. I'm in the kitchen, and I hear this, and he's in the front room standing by the TV like he's just discovered Busta Rhymes' "Break Your Neck," and he was so excited. He was like, do you know this guy, Busta Rhymes? Like, he's so fast. Like,
mad.
But it's crazy, you know what I mean?
Man.
It's because I think, like, because I imprinted the rap stuff and what I listened to from early, he's just, it's resonated with him, and he's gone on a search.
Bro,
your daughter will probably be the same, bro.
When we were younger, right, and there's people that was older than us, and they were playing the music, they're even older now. We're now them.
Yeah.
If we don't do it, that is gonna get wiped out.
100.
You see what I'm trying to show you?
Yeah.
Like right now, man, I listen to certain radio station and they're talking about throwback, classic, and they're playing songs that man was hearing on the other day.
2018. Yeah.
I'm saying, fam,
Yeah.
this is what you lot are doing. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, so it's for us, it's our responsibility to do that. So that's why for me, this fadeaway song I'm playing, matter of fact, I'm never going to disrespect my man like that. I'm going to go on here and I'm going to find his name. His name's Junior Biles.
Say it again.
Junior Biles.
And
the song is called Fade Away. Reggae song. So I haven't even gone into dropping dancehall songs to her yet.
Right, yeah.
Tell her lie, she knows crocodile teeth.
The clean version, hopefully.
Not the clean version.
It was clean,
yeah, not the clean version. I have to turn it down quickly. It's techie when you're driving, you know?
Yeah. So, like, the last thing I want to know now, and this comes back to, again, like the growth of you, not just as an artist, but like as a man, and all the things that you've gone through. Because obviously, like, even pre-Jamaica, like, we know from your music, like, your childhood wasn't like super shiny. Do you know what I mean? There was hardships there. But now, as the man that you are, like, what is important to you?
Consistency and stability. Those two things.
In
everything.
What sense? Like in
everything. Like, yeah, I've been chasing stability my whole life. You get me? And I drive around London with my daughter. So every time I'm like, daddy used to live there. I used to live there. I'm thinking, fucking hell, this is racking up. I've lived bare places.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we're just in South.
Yeah.
We ain't even gone to East yet. We ain't gone to North. Like, I've lived you get what I'm trying to say? So it's always been like black bags has always been a part of my journey. Always, alright, cool. I'm gonna have to pack up now. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, certain landlords, man, didn't like how they dealt with mum on the move out there. I'm flooding your yard.
Right.
Go pay for that. Don't like how you dealt with my mum. That's trashing the yard. All of that type of stuff. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, all of that built up within, man. You get what I'm trying to say? So, stability, that feeling, trust me, fam, like, that's important.
Are you there now?
I'm there the most I've ever been in my life.
Right.
Yeah, I'm there the most I've ever been in my life. Yeah, basically, you get me? Like, because again, even in yard, not stable, because at any moment now I want to leave, or I can leave, or you know what I'm trying to say? Like, so yeah, with me, I think PTSD is going to play a big part for why I'm not as stable as I probably can be, because in my mind it's still there, like, you might have to cut at any point now. You know what I'm trying to say? But if I get rid of that, then probably, you know what I'm trying to say, or when I get rid of that, I should say, do you know what I mean? And consistency, I've learned through my daughter. Trust me, like, I've learned a lot of things we do as parents is for us. You know what I'm trying to say? A lot of it. And because my mum was a certain type of parent that you needed to see me in a certain type of way. What? Her son? What? What? Any brand, that's me. I'm in that. You get what I'm trying to say? And as much as I appreciate she did all of that for man, as a parent now, I realize that like I can't remember unless I see a picture of me wearing that Versace suit. There's a Versace suit she got, man, like a full set, including the shoes that I wore to my uncle's funeral when I was young. In fact, I think it's in Trench Baby. It's in the Trench Baby video.
Right, yeah.
I'm in the back of a car and I'm eating. My eyes are big and you get me. That's a full Versace suit, and she made sure everyone knew that. And obviously, as time's gone on, like life's changed. Mum's ended up doing some time and all of these type of things. These things are now not happening.
Mm-hmm.
Over all of them clothes and over all of that stuff, I would have preferred the consistency of her being there. You get me? Obviously, her not being there is through her trying to make that consistent. You get what I'm trying to say? So, me now as a parent, I just understand like there's nothing. Man tried to like rush to take my daughter to Disney, missed the flight, can't do that's 3 bags. That's this amount of thousands. That. That's for me, fam. That's because I want to be able to say, I took you to Disney for your 2nd birthday. I weren't here for your 1st one because they never flew. I had to fucking wait 10 months for a phone call.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? But for your 2nd one, I'm here. We're going to go. We're going to fly. You're going to experience this stuff. That's me, fam. I'm projecting.
Yeah. Fully.
She don't know we missed that. She don't know we never went. She didn't even know we was going to go.
Yeah.
She was 2. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, now she'd know because she's on that now. You get what I'm trying to say? But she just needs consistency from me. She just needs, if daddy says this, then daddy does that.
Yeah.
And if I apply that to everything, career, music, consistency, as long as that's all it is. It's just as long as I consistently, bro, I don't care how tough this wall is. You hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, if I hit this enough, bro, it's either my hand's gonna break or something's gonna happen. But consistently, if this hand breaks, I then find that I learn from that. Don't hit it with your hand.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna learn something out of it.
Yeah.
Still got another hand. Let's hit it with a hammer. As long as I consistently hit that shit, it's gonna break. So stability and consistency for me, bro.
Yeah. Sick. What's the release date of the project, man?
5th of November.
5th of November. Not gonna forget it now.
Can't.
Sick.
No one can. No one can. That's it.
Go.
5th of November, and we're in. We're back officially.
Bro, this has been my favorite conversation that we've had together.
No, bro. No, 100%.
Without a doubt. Like,
100%.
this has definitely been the best
But
one.
you know why I feel good about it is because it was delayed so many times.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And there's times when like I know, like you're saying like raw, like let's sit down and this that. And I haven't done it, and I've gone and sat down with other people and all of these type of things. But again, it's because most of what I'm saying to you right now hadn't happened yet.
Mm-hmm.
I did because a big part to all of this is people have to understand I'm still processing, you know, fam. There's still today, bro. I'm walking through Leicester Square, and it hit me. I'm in Leicester Square.
Right. Yeah.
It still happens. Like, proper still happens. I'm like this. I didn't have to do this for many buildings in Jamaica.
Yeah. Real talk. Yeah.
So I'm still processing, you understand? So for me, I know the type of interview you was going to conduct.
Mm-hmm.
So I needed to make sure that I was in a place that I can answer your questions honestly and properly, you understand? I don't there's no questions I'm going to answer you. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Some of the other interviews that I can go and do, that's for what it's for. This is deeper than anything. You could put this out on YouTube and it gets 1 million views. Or you put it out on YouTube and it gets 200 views. It means the same thing to me. You get what I'm trying to say? Because it's beyond any industry shit. You get me? So
for real.
Yeah, man. It's my favorite one as well, bro. My G.
Love that, man.
Yeah, man.
Love that. There's no outro that can better that one, to be honest.
Return
DJ
of the
Double
Immigrant
with Cashh, Return of the Immigrant, November 5th.
Yeah.
One question, actually, doing physicals.
Yes.
Vinyl.
No, because
CD.
Vinyl at some point.
Yeah.
But the vinyl backlog is crazy. Right now, if you're an artist and you're trying to do vinyl, for example, if I wanted to get vinyls for Return of the Immigrant, they'll probably drop 2022 summer.
Right, okay. Wow.
The backlog is crazy for it. I wanted it.
Still copying
but
it. But
it's going to be there.
Cashh.
Love.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, man.